Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Today I wanted to do a first impression slash playtime slash swatches of the new Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, which doesn't come out until the end of July, but I was lucky enough to get my hands on it a little bit early for you guys. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the shades and an eye look that I created today, just playing around with it for the first time. I am also doing a giveaway for this palette and one of the lipsticks that is in this collection, and it's the Heat color. So I'm going to be doing that through Gleam. I'll leave the link for that in the description box down below. It'll show you the steps. You basically have to subscribe to me, subscribe to the email list for my blog, and then you can earn extra entries by watching some of my videos. This giveaway is for my subscribers, so if you would like to subscribe just for the duration of the giveaway, that is fine. But just so you know, the Gleam platform does track whether or not you unsubscribe after the giveaway is over. So if you do go that route, then you won't be able to enter any more Gleam giveaways from me or any other creators in the future. So I suggest that you stick around. I do some fun content. We have some good times here on this channel, and I would obviously love to have you. So if you're interested in that giveaway, go ahead and check the link in the description box below, and we are going to get right into the palette. I went ahead and swatched the entire eyeshadow palette for you guys, as well as the 2 lip liners and 3 lipsticks. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that footage here so you can see what the colors are. Ounce is a barely there, almost highlight looking shade. Chaser is much more dark and orangey than I would have thought that it would be. I thought that Sauced was going to be my transition color of choice, but it is actually like a burnt orange color. Low Blow is a warm taupey color. Lumber is one of the 4 shimmery shades in the palette. It is an orangey eyeshadow with a little bit of rose gold shimmer in it. He Devil is a brick color. Dirty Talk is a burnt sienna shimmery shadow. Scorched is like an auburn shimmery shadow. Cayenne is a dark red brown blend shadow. And Fuego is a very deep red. Ashes is a very ashy dark brown. And Ember is a shimmery brown. So getting right into the palette, this is the box that it comes in. It has the Naked Urban Decay Heat logo across the front, and then you slide it out. Look at that! That is the palette itself. I'm just gonna pop this out here. This is what the palette looks like. I'm not sure if you can see, but there is this top layer of who's texting me? There's this top layer of this acrylic material, and then underneath there are these little rose gold spokes, and then another layer, and the whole thing is iridescent, which is really cool. But the true stars of the show are the colors themselves. These pigments are so pretty. I know that warm eyeshadow colors have been kind of a thing of late, but this is all of the best of them packed into one palette. It's got 8 matte shades and 4 shimmery shades for 12 shades in total, and it does also come with this brush, which I want to talk about in just a second here. This is my first time opening and trying this, so this is very exciting. So this brush for the Naked Heat palette is a little bit different than other brushes that Urban Decay has done for their Naked palettes in the past. The flat shader end of this brush is way more dense than the other ones are. So for example, if you see, this is my Naked 2 brush, and this is the Naked Heat brush. So obviously it's a lot bigger as far as the head and the bristles go. And then if you look at the ends as well, the Naked Heat palette crease slash blending brush end is much more circular. It's more tapered. It's a little bit more dense, I would say, as well. But it also overall has a smaller head, which makes it way easier to get into the small crease part of your outer lid. Since I have never tried this palette before, I thought it would be fun if I tried it for the first time on camera for you guys, and we are just going to kind of play around with it together. Does anybody else love this feeling? So good. Alright, we'll get nice and close here so you guys can see what I'm doing. To start with, I'm going to be using this warm brown color. It's called Low Blow, and I'm just going to be using the flat shader end of this to go ahead and put that all over my lid. And I'm I'm just gonna be using the brush that comes with this palette for the purpose of like reviewing the whole thing. Normally I would probably use my own brushes, but I'm interested to see how this brush works. So far I'm noticing that this is super pigmented. I did use the Urban Decay shadow primer before this, so that helps to make the colors a little bit more vibrant, but even without that, I feel like it gives you a really great color payoff, which is really cool. I will say this brush is a little bit stiff. It's a little bit hard to work with, so we'll see how that affects the overall eyeshadow look, but I'm definitely enjoying the colors. I'm gonna go ahead and take that down on my lower lash line as well. Alright, the brush really is presenting quite the challenge in like getting this all blended because it is so stiff. But that might make this end at least a good crease brush, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna go in now with this color Sauced, which is just to the left of Low Blow, and it's a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna use that as like a transition color up here above where I put Low Blow. Holy crap, the pigment on that guy. Alright, so Sauced was actually so pigmented that it actually ended up being a little bit darker than Low Blow. So I'm gonna go in with Chaser now and try to just kind of like blend it out a little bit. Cool, so now I'm going to take the fourth color from the end, which is called Cayenne, and I'm gonna start working that into my outer V. Okay, I have to pull in some outside help to blend this out, so I'm going to be taking this tapered blending brush from Gauchy, and I'm just going to be using that to blend it out a little bit because the brush that came with the palette is not doing the job as well as I would like it to. And I'm just taking the lightest shade in the palette, Ounce, and using it to blend this out a little bit. Yeah, that's way better. So pro tip, use another brush. Don't use the brush that it comes with. I'm going to keep trying with it, but it's not great. To deepen the crease just a little bit more, I'm going to take this color Ashes. It's kind of like a purpley eggplant color, and I'm going to put that like just in the most inner part of the crease. I mean outer half, but you know what I mean. This is not your first rodeo. I really like this color. This is absolutely gorgeous. Then I'm going to use this pencil brush from Tarte to smoke that color Ashes into the bottom lash line as well. These colors are so brown and red toned that I feel like they are super good for people with blue eyes because, like, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but I feel like this is just making my eyes pop like crazy. I'm going to take this color Lumber and I'm going to go ahead and pack that onto my lid. To warm that all up a little bit again, I'm gonna go back in. I'm going to mix Sauced and Low Blow and try to blend out the lines that the brush created because it was a little bit harsher than I would have liked. Like I said, this is my first time trying this palette, and I feel like it is not as red as I would like it to be, so I'm going to use Enfuego a little bit as well in the crease just to try to like warm the whole thing up. Oh yeah, that's going to do the job. Then I'm just going to use another flat shader brush with Ounce to try to just soften things a little bit more because it's pretty intense right now. Gotta get that inner corner highlight. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and top that off with some eyeliner and mascara and possibly lashes, and I will be right back. So while I'm waiting for these lashes to dry, I do want to talk about the lipstick that I'm going to be using a little bit. This is the Vice lipstick in Scorched, and it is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I was not planning on buying a lipstick when I went in today, and then they had me swatch them and I was like, dang it, I'm sold. The tube is pretty and rose gold with like a little gold base. It looks a little bit more brown than it actually is in the tube. It is one of their metallized lipsticks and it's like a coppery, bronzy rose gold. Like if you took those three colors and like smashed them all together, like that would be what this lipstick is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on directly on my lips just to see how that goes, and then we'll use a lip brush if we need to. This is a cream formula, so it is so comfortable compared to like, you know, liquid lipsticks are great, but usually not the most comfortable. I love the color. It's like the metallic craze meets like 90s chic, which is pretty cool. My lips are slightly uneven. This one is a little bit higher than this one, and so I do tend to go over just a tiny bit on this side to just make everything even. And I feel like with the metallic, you can definitely tell that it is over your lip line, but you might be able to change that with a lip liner, which I did not use because I didn't get their like eye pencil slash lip liners that they had in this line. But overall, I really like the color, and I think it goes really well with the eyeshadow, obviously. And that is what the finished look that I created today looks like. Like I said, this is my first time playing with this palette, so there are some things that I have learned about it that will definitely help me the next time that I use this palette. I am going to be doing a date night makeup look, and I'm collabing with a bunch of awesome YouTubers, so that'll be coming out on Friday. Don't worry, I will also still have a video for next Monday, but I think I'm going to use this palette for that as well. Things that I learned in using this palette are that the colors are a lot darker and more pigmented than I would have thought them. So if you're looking for any kind of a softening color, you kind of have to use Ounce or Chaser, because even Sauced is going to be too dark for that. That being said, the crease colors are absolutely gorgeous. While the brush is not particularly my favorite, I think overall this is an absolutely gorgeous collection. So I will definitely be using this all throughout the summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to enter that giveaway in the description box down below. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. I am so glad to have you here, and I will see you guys all with a tutorial on this palette on Friday. Bye guys!